Welcome back, everyone. This is officially the beginning of the course with Section 1, Lecture 1 of ARC4CFD. So let's dive into it right away. What are the goals of this section? Well, for this section, all we want to do is we want to give you all the basic terminology for HPC and how to use that correctly. We want to define what a computer cluster even is, and sometimes there is some same use or misuse of the word cluster and server. And we want to understand how to successfully communicate with the HPC system. Okay, so the first question is terminology for HPC. In this first chunk of this lecture, you will get to know, for example, what do we mean when we say CPU in computing environments. We will learn about multi-core structure, for example, versus a multi-threading architecture. These are all extremely important terminology and a concept to know when we are using an HPC system because they all come together. And these are all common things that we maybe are using when we use our phone or our laptops, but maybe we are not very comfortable with. And this lecture will clarify all of these concepts for you. Then we will dive into the actual definition of a computer cluster, which is nothing but a bunch of computers or nodes put together through a very fast network system. And so at this point, basically what you imagine is a stack of computers or workstation all clustered together. But what a cluster really is nothing but a series of cabinets, file cabinets, basically, where computers are actually stored together, and they are plugged together and interconnected via a very, very fast network. Why is this important to know? Because when we access the cluster, it's important to know where we are, what is the computer or node characteristic we are in, and how to run and allocate our resources on the HPC system. Which brings me to the last concept that we will see in this class, which is how do we even communicate with the computer cluster? Well, all we need really to communicate and to give commands to the computer cluster is a local device. This device can be a laptop, an iPad, but even a phone, and a network. Okay, the moment you have accessibility to a network, you can connect to the remote cluster with something that is known as the Secure Shell Protocol, or SSH. This will give you access from wherever you are in the world to the cluster, which is physically somewhere. For instance, I'm working from Kingston, Ontario, and the cluster that I'm using, it's at University of Waterloo. And I can definitely work from Kingston, no problem, via this type of connection. And you will get to know all the details about it and how to efficiently use it. Okay, once again, I want to thank the collaboration of the MPI Lab and Computer Ontario for the support to this course. Thank you, dive into it, and I will see you next lecture.